Behance. I'm Kathleen, and this is Marta Caro. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello. Everyone give Marta a shout out and let us know that you're hanging out with us. Say something in chat so we can say hello to you. We've got Eric, Heidi, Christina. Hello. So if you are new to Adobe Live, we are focusing on editorial design this week, Tuesday through Thursday. So this is day 2. Mm-hmm. You have one under your belt. You have one more to go. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. It's like the middle road. Here we go. What's up, Michaela, Hypno, Chris? Thanks for being here with us. Like I said, we're focusing on editorial design, and we've had awesome designers so far today, and we will have more following up. So we started with Sunny and Christine, and we are here right now with Marta. Following that is Puya, and Alma is finishing out the day. And we are asking you to work alongside our awesome designers. So if you didn't know, there are some new awesome things from Typekit coming your way. There are over 600 new typefaces from Monotype, an awesome foundry. So we are asking you to use some of those typefaces in the challenge today, which is to make a poster. If you want to check out more information about that, you can check out the challenge tab. Perfect, create a logo. And as you see for day 3, we do have portfolio reviews as well.
Yay.
Ooh, so we'll probably pick up 1 or 2 of you to review your Behance portfolios. So until then, we're also going to be doing a giveaway in about 30 minutes. So we'll be doing our chat and win, which is our Illustrator sticker and our Illustrator lapel pin. Maybe we can get a nice Jeopardy close-up of this. Ooh. Get my phone out of here. So one of you will be winning both of those pieces that you can swag out your laptop or your duffel bag or what have you. And that's about it. So do you want to introduce yourself for those of the people in chat that were not here yesterday?
Yeah, so I'm Marta. I come from Barcelona, Spain, but I've been working in New York for the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I do a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
I do art direction, graphic design, I do video editing, so I'm a little bit all over, but I like it this way, so.
Right.
So yeah, I'm working right now at The Line, which is a high-end luxury brand in New York and also has a store in LA, and I'm freelancing for other clients.
Gotcha. So that's where kind of like all of the other things come into play, the video editing, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you want to check out more of Marta's work, you can check out her Behance. So click on the info tab over here and click on her portfolio. This is her website. Mm-hmm. You can see some beautiful video work happening right there. Mm-hmm. Off the get-go. Click on work. Let's see some good stuff.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Oh, same page. Never mind, but lots of delicious fashion.
Yes.
I love it.
A lot of fashion.
So nice and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So if you want to check out more of her work, that's where you can do it. But why don't you just check out what we're going to be working on here live? Maybe you can go over your project and what you did yesterday, what you'll do today.
So yesterday I was setting up this zine, which I'm using some of the illustrations I do just for fun.
Yeah.
And it's just reinterpreting the work from some artists I like. And today we're gonna be I was thinking to do the index as a timeline.
Cool.
So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna clean up a little bit the design from yesterday because I've been thinking a little bit on it, and I wanna change the type a little, and I wanna put up here the navigation and do a few tweaks that I think they are gonna improve the final result of this zine.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I was just going to say, is that something that usually happens? Like you'll work on a design and then a couple hours later you're kind of still stuck on it and thinking about it? Yeah.
Yes. I think like whenever I'm not completely satisfied with like the result and like plan of like that I want to look like, or I'm just like, okay, let's just move some things around, see if I like it better. And yeah, I feel like, for example, the pagination is a little bit out of balance right now because I have 2 elements on the top. So if I bring it up here, I think it's gonna look more of everything aligned, and it's gonna not interfere so much with the layout. And I know it's a really tiny detail, but it's kind of bugging me right now. So I just wanna change it.
Right, it's almost like so small and by itself that it's like, let's just integrate that. Yeah, and I think that's really encouraging for people who are just getting started with design to know that like even professional designers don't always love their work right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, go back
I'm
and
a
change
person
it.
who doesn't commit right away to whatever I'm doing. I just like to play around and why not? Let's have fun.
Right. Why not? I mean, if it's not fun, then what is it?
Yeah.
That's cool. Christina says, I like the illustration of the stairs.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
Me too. And I just love that artist.
Yeah.
Very cool. And the
She's so
color.
cool.
Fabiano says, very beautiful. Your work is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's saying a lot for like if you're just setting words on a page, like that can totally be beautiful, especially with the integration of images. Roxanne says, when you get up the next day and find out what you did the night before was good, but you hated it at the moment.
Yes.
That's a great feeling. Like, oh, I don't have to start over.
Yep.
Phew. That's kind of the opposite of what happens to me. I'm like, this is great. And then I
Yeah.
come back and I'm like, what did I do?
It often happens this way to me too.
Yeah. Such is life. Chat, let us know what happens to you. Do you like it and then you hate it? Or the other way around? Yeah, Tim says the other way around. Totally. Cool. So you said that you're going to be working on the timeline and also doing some tweaks.
Yeah, so basically, maybe I'll just set up the master pages for the navigation. So we'll do one thing here, which is I'm going to create another master page for the pages that have a solid background. And let's do this. So the number is going to go right above here.
Oh, moving it up.
And I'm going to make the type a tiny bit smaller, I think. I don't know why it's not like pulling. And I want to change the type to Sectra, which is a nice kind of like serif, semi-serif. I don't know how to call it, but
a light serif. Welcome back, everyone that's just joining us for this stream. Let us know in chat if you are just joining us for the first time or you are a seasoned veteran. I see a lot of our good ride or dies in chat right now. Ooh, that's a great question from Justin. He's wondering, have you ever hated a project so much but later turned out to love it? Maybe like it was super difficult or you just weren't into it. Yeah?
But maybe it's more about like the process was kind of really, really difficult. And I was like, oh, I'm so done with it. I don't want to look at it anymore. But then the outcome is really good. So after a little bit, you just forget about all these like bad feelings. And,
right.
Yeah.
Or you're like, I earned this.
Yeah. So then we're going to do one other thing, which is we're going to put that in a different layer. So if anytime there's an image or a color or something like feel like going through like the type or like filling the space, it's not gonna be over, it's gonna be on top of it.
Gotcha. I have rarely seen layers used in InDesign. This is interesting.
Sometimes they are useful. Like in this case, they are really useful for these pages. And now I'm gonna do another master page with the type in white. So whenever there's a solid, it still reads.
Oh, cool.
And what I'm gonna do is Command-Shift B, which is pasting it in the same place. And then
I just had to like
white.
Ghost it. I was like, is that right? Yes.
And this is already on the other layer I created before in the red. And so if we go now, for example, here, and I want to add a solid color, or actually this one is going to have black, I think, then I'll just change the whole text. But for now, I'm going to make this black. And now I'm going to select this master page, just this page, and drag it to the page. And should look like, oh, this is not in the layer I want.
Oh, it's like something went wrong.
And here it is.
Yeah.
Here we have.
Check it out. It worked.
It worked.
Thank goodness. So if you want to apply a specific master page, all you have to do is click and drag it to that page.
Exactly. And there's another trick. If you want to have the whole master page on the whole entire spread, you just select it, and you see like changes like from 1, 2, or if you put it in the corner, selects the couple of pages, like both pages, and it changes the whole spread.
Cool. I love those little tips.
Yep.
Super helpful.
Okay, so let's start with the index.
Yes.
Which is gonna be the live kind of timeline of all the artists that I'm working with. Let's just do a thin line, and then I'm gonna start with this. Maybe it's not even necessary this, but I'm gonna add here some dates. We're gonna start with 1850, and I'm gonna put it with the type I'm thinking to use later on, which is GT America. It has so many variations.
Yo, boy.
It's gonna be like fun to play with. Let's just put this one for a moment.
Okay.
And tiny.
Teeny tiny.
And then on the other side, it's gonna be the present.
Oh, the important dates from yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's up, Alex? Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. No prob. What's up, Jason? Alex says GT America is such a fun type.
Yeah.
How do you even decide which ones to use?
I feel like I was thinking yesterday about it, and at first I was thinking to make every spread of every artist independent.
Yeah.
But then I thought like this is gonna be a little bit all over. I wanna play with color, the illustrations. It's gonna be a little bit too much. So I was like, let's commit to one typeface and then maybe play with it in each spread, but let's keep it consistent through the artists.
Right.
I still want to have fun with how I like put the like name of the artist and the dates of their life and everything, but I think like it needs to, I have to like cut out some of my ideas. So yeah.
Gotcha. So you are using a typeface that has a bunch of different styles
so
that you can play with.
This typeface is amazing because it has like compressed family, and then it has like like the regular one, and it's then it has an extended, which is like
holy moly,
like, more wide. So it's fun to play with, and it's gonna make sense all together.
Right.
So.
Definitely. Alex says just use all of them.
Yes.
Use all of the options.
Yep. So now I have here the list of the artists, and I wanna add if you wanna show this, I had a couple of ideas. It's really tiny, but
here it comes.
I had ideas on like how to do the timeline, and I think I'm gonna use this one with the straight lines. I'm gonna make like thicker lines, and this one's kind of fun too, but I want to keep it pretty minimal. So let's see how it looks like this other option, and then we'll see. I'll add on like some heads of the like artists. And okay, let's start.
Yeah, they're
with
both
these.
good ideas. So. Stealing your book. You're like, actually, I need that to live.
Yes. So we're gonna start with Jan Arp, which, let's go to my artist document where I have the important dates.
Yes, the very important dates. The tombstone dates.
Maybe I'll start with this 1869 till 1959. It's gonna be around here. Maybe I should just like split these into 50-50 to. So, well, anyway,
Woo!
we're gonna start with these straight lines.
Whoa. Thick.
And then I'm gonna bring Matisse.
Get over here, Matisse.
Matisse is here.
Henri. Aw, look at him. His headshot. His celebrity headshot.
And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it a little bit smaller, and then I'm gonna add here the name of the artist. Henri Matisse. Maybe just get the whole name.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
So it's consistent with what we have. GT.
Kalia says, really nice grids you got there. Those baseline grids.
this is the expanded version. And then we're gonna have maybe the dates of his life. 1869, 1954. Yesterday I learned this command.
Oh yeah, I forget in chat who told us.
It was Alt-Shift-Dash and it gives you the M dash.
That's the longer one, right?
Exactly. And then here I'm gonna have the page, which right now I don't know, so I'm just gonna page, let's say 01, and then we'll see. And I'll just use the other version, like the other. I'm gonna use regular for these.
All the options, and you just choose regular.
So we've got these now. Maybe I kind of like it near. And this is gonna be light, so there's more contrast.
Oh, cool. Melissa's wondering, what was that shortcut again? Okay, Shift Option Dash. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly. So now let's go for the next one.
Boom. And while you're putting that info in, Jose says, I love InDesign, but I need more practice. Well, Jose, you're in luck. We are asking you to design alongside our designers, as we usually do. But we're challenging you to make a poster design today, and you can use Illustrator, Photoshop, or InDesign. All we ask is that you use one of the new monotype typefaces. And if you look at my screen, I'm just going to scroll through a couple of the new ones that are available. So you might maybe recognize this one from a popular Netflix series, among other things. But these are all available for you to use if you have a CC subscription, so go ahead and check them out. I saw someone using Rosella yesterday. That was really nice. So you have about an hour and 15 minutes to get those submissions in, and then we will be picking one winner on the day to go home with the free year of Creative Cloud. So no worries if you're not a professional graphic designer. We really prize creativity, ingenuity, and just effort put into the designs. So everyone is welcome to enter, and we'll be looking at your designs at 12:30. So we'll be giving feedback, especially if you have like specific questions you might have about your design. Feel free to stick around then, and when we get to your project, we can talk about whatever you have questions about. I'm excited to see your work.
Me too.
Yeah, you're going to be the one giving the tough feedback.
Not so tough.
No, not so tough.
I'm going to be good.
Cool. Take it easy on them. But helpful. Definitely helpful. Wayne says, I'm working on layouts for work today, but I'm glad Kathleen and Marta are here to keep my ears company, and I'm loving to hear about the additions to Typekit. Isn't it cool, Wayne? Cool stuff coming from Typekit. Especially the release that isn't live yet, but the over 9,000 fonts that are going to be available within InDesign and Illustrator. That's going to be amazing. And you'll be able to live preview them all in your documents. Oh, Anmol, you used Rosella. Yeah. How could I forget?
Actually, yeah. Good.
Who's this friend? That's John Baldessari.
Yeah.
Never seen him. Never seen his human form, only his art form. Isn't that strange when you finally see an artist?
I get it all the time.
You're like, oh.
Like, it happens to me with musicians.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're bad looking or something, but it's just like, I did not think you're going to look like that. It changes the whole game.
Surprise. Okay, color is 1898. So he's a little younger than Matisse. Older, younger, older, younger.
The younger one.
Sorry, my
That's
mic's
okay.
too early. No.
Right, it's a whole
98.
11:30. It's even later for you.
Oh yes, I've been like jet lag so like all over. Like I was traveling from Spain to New York, and then I came here. So I'm like, right now I don't know which hour I'm existing.
Yeah.
At this precise
You're
moment.
just existing.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hopefully you had some good coffee or something. Are you a coffee fan?
Yeah.
Cool.
I love coffee.
What's your favorite style Normal? Latte?
I like to add a tiny bit of milk. So cappuccino is like my go-for.
Yeah.
Or if I don't want to drink that much coffee, because cappuccino usually is like a large size kind of, I have a macchiato.
Oh, fancy.
Very Italian.
I was going to say, when I was in Barcelona, I had the best cappuccino I've ever had.
Yes,
And it was tiny, and I wanted 16 of them. They were so good, but couldn't quite handle that. Not quite. Oh, that's a great question from Paul. I think you'll have some good ideas on this. Are there any main ideas or rules that you have to stick to when it comes to timelines or sharing information in this way?
Just make sure that the data makes sense on like how are you placing. So for example, I can't put if color was born in like 1898, I have to place it after Henry Matisse. Like you have to be careful about the data and make sure it just makes sense. Right now I'm eyeballing it a little bit because I want to be fast, so I can like get into more the detail a little bit later on.
Right.
And I'm just like right now placing all the artists, which there are a bunch. But yeah, those are like more or less like what's more important for me is that the data is like precise.
Yeah.
And then just have fun with the format of it.
Yeah, you don't have to stick so strictly to what you might think a timeline would be. But definitely, like a timeline is a visual representation of data, just like an infographic. So laying it out in a way that someone can read. But I think it's a good point that not every case do you have to be like super scientifically specific, because it is a visual representation, so it is okay to eyeball things, unless, of course, the client is like NASA, and it's important to get things accurately. Melissa says, the live streams keep me awake and motivated.
Good.
Melissa, I'm so glad we don't put you to sleep. I'm so relieved. Thanks for being here. Glad to hear it. And do you think you're going to add color?
I was thinking of the color. I was thinking about like, because I have the same headshots with some color. But I don't know. I kind of like it to be like, right now I want to work it the way, like in black and white. I know if it works in black and white, then I always can add some color. I had, at the beginning, I had the idea of having each artist with a solid background. I kind of painted it.
Oh, cool.
But then I think it's going to be so colorful, because like if every artist has a different color, it's going to be like too much.
Right. And I appreciate how it's like a vignette of them, or a silhouette, instead of just like square, 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 square.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Exactly. I think it makes it a little bit lighter. It alleviates a little bit the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next is...
Who's next?
Noguchi.
Oh. Did we see their work yesterday?
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh.
Also, like if I don't finish the whole, I have a bunch of artists in here, so I can always get rid of some of the lines.
Oh, gotcha.
Artists, but that I will keep it for the last day, depending on how fast I am.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's tomorrow. Wow. How did you feel after yesterday's stream? After your first live stream?
It was good. I just don't want to spend too much time on the details. So I want to just like be kind of fast and just show you as much as I can. But yeah, it was good.
Good. Hungry
I had
afterwards.
so much fun.
I'm glad to hear it. You came back, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't run out.
Yeah, you're like, all right, bye. Going back to New York. What's up, Hector? Thanks for hanging out with us. Asim says, the best advice I ever got in design and advertising was have fun.
Yeah.
You got it. It shows through your work if you have fun or if you do not have fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was going to say, I get really stressed out when I'm making things. And I need to like remind myself, like, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Stop clenching your fists. It's going to be okay. I just want to go fast.
The outcome is always better if you have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it.
There's no pressure.
I mean, maybe there's pressure, but it doesn't need to worry you.
Yeah.
You got this. You can handle it. You're prepared. Ooh, who are you going to sketch in Illustrator Draw, Jose? Tim? That's cool. Have you ever used, you use the mobile apps. You use Photoshop Sketch.
Yeah, I really love to draw with it because I'm not like a really good like illustrator, and I like to go back a lot, and in real life I can't do that. Like,
right.
I have to stick with what I do.
Right. Go back.
With Sketch, I can just like erase like traces that are not completely like the same, like the curve I want, or like that's fun. And then there's a ton of brushes that I can use and experiment with.
Yeah,
it's fun.
There's tons of Kyle Webster brushes in there. I actually ran into Kyle today. He is here. What's up, Kyle? Wherever you are, and the floors above us. Eric says, I don't get to have fun at work, so I have to do freelance at night. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm glad you get to have fun at some point.
Yeah, and you can freelance. Freelance is so nice and fun, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoy freelancing. That could also be stressful for some people, I guess.
Yep. Let's see how I continue doing that, because it's getting a little crowded over here. Maybe here.
Oh, okay. So Jose in chat has been using Illustrator Draw, which is another mobile app, and he has been sketching people. They look good, Jose. I just checked them out. Keep it up. Oh, cool. We're going to look at it. Here it is. Jose, who is this? Is this you?
Oh, nice.
A little selfie. So Illustrator Draw is like Sketch, but it uses vectors. And you can send it straight to Illustrator on your desktop, and you will have live vector files, which is super cool.
I have to try this one out. I have it on the iPad, but I just bought it recently, and I haven't had the time to just check it out. But it might be super convenient to have that, like, all the illustrations in vectors. So.
Oh, yeah. Very true. I don't do a ton of vector drawing, but when I do have to, I love doing it on the iPad. It feels much more like natural, more intuitive. Oh, it's Bobito Garcia. Gotcha, Jose. He's famous for his sneaker and basketball knowledge. Oh, cool. The more you know. Kian Yi also freelances after the 9-to-5 job. Anyone else freelancing in chat? Let me know. Robzilla might do a bit of freelancing. And you were saying yesterday that your jump from full-time to freelance was actually pretty easy.
Yeah, but I think it's because of New York is like full of like opportunities in that sense. Like there's so many brands, and like it's kind of like it all happens in there. Like mostly in industry and in the fashion industry and like in the beauty industry. Well, beauty industry is a little bit more like in California too, but like, wow, I was like not expecting to like be like so comfortable. Yeah. Like just right at the beginning of it, so it's great.
Yeah, and so do you feel like you have to be there physically? Like you have to meet people in person?
It depends. Some clients like to have you in-house or like go to the office so they can see your face, and it's like more of a human, approachable like way of working. And then some other clients, they don't really care, and I don't know. I have clients in California too, and it's great. I mean, we can just nowadays with the technology, you can video chat, and like it's easy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to be there, but I think you kind of do yourself a favor by being able to.
So this, I actually made this. Oops, not this one. I made the headshots. Unconsciously a little bit with the transparent background, but I'm really appreciating this decision.
Yeah,
because
cool.
Right now I can have them like the lines cross through them.
Oh, nice.
And I think that's like a really good touch. I like it.
Very cool. It has almost like a paper cut or collage.
Yeah, and feeling. I like this feeling too. So.
Oh, look at all them. Look at all those fellas. Gotta get some ladies in there.
Yep.
Rachel's coming. Yeah, chat, we do have 15 seconds before we do our chat and when. So we'll talk more about that in 5 seconds.
Ooh.
Be prepared.
Fast. Be fast. Submit.
All right, it is time for the chat and win. These beautiful fireworks are celebrating because one of you are going to be receiving a beautiful lapel pin and Illustrator sticker. Maybe we can show it real quick. Oh, here we go. Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to be giving away this awesome lapel pin and Illustrator sticker, little Illustrator swag pack. Let us know where you would put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like would you slap it on a wall? Put it on your backpack? Where would you put these
Your
if you won
notebook,
them?
maybe?
Oops. Yeah, your notebook maybe. So you have about a minute. Say something in chat. That is how you are going to enter the giveaway. Chat and win. My little guy fell over. Our little friend, our little art director. Oh, here we go. Nicole says I would stick it on my laptop. Tim says you never know. Doc, my messenger bag. Backpack and laptop. So many people in San Francisco have pins on their backpack. Is that a thing in New York too?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know.
I feel like it's like a tech thing. Like people
Yes.
get swag from their companies and they're like, check out my cool backpack. And we have a winner.
Oh,
Read the name?
Lindsay Palmer.
Lindsay, congratulations. Woo! So Adobe Live will be in touch with you on your Behance messages. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll send these right over to you. And make sure
Congrats.
you take a pic and send it to us when you get it. Woo! And Lindsay was saying that she freelances, but she usually just donates what she gets to causes that she likes.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's really cool.
That's so great you can do that.
Thanks, Lindsay. Thank you,
Cool.
everyone, for entering. So that means we have about an hour before we're going to be looking at challenge submissions. So if you have no idea what that is, we're here with Marta Caro, working on some editorial design, and we're challenging you to work alongside her, designing a poster using one of the over 600 new fonts from Monotype on Typekit. So there should be a link in chat where you can find those fonts to use, and we'll be looking at the posters in 1 hour. Get to work
Yes.
now.
So I think this looks pretty good, the
Yeah.
way the type works and the lines. So I'm just gonna set up this as a paragraph style.
Oh, cool. We talked about this a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Styles.
So this is gonna be one. I'm gonna call it timeline name, and here we have it already, so I'm just gonna have it like this for now, and I'm gonna the page.
Boom. Oh, Justin, that's a great question, wondering about why you can't package Typekit fonts. Since they are kind of cloud-based, that's the kind of licensing that we have for it. But if the person that you are sending the package to has Creative Cloud subscription, they can easily sync the fonts as well and get them in their document.
For this one, I think because the page breaks in here,
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna put it more over that side.
Gotcha. Scooch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch it a little. So
Scooch
this is
on
gonna be
over.
Agnes Martin. That's my next artist.
It's a good last name.
Yeah.
It's my last
Yes.
name. Yeah.
It's also the last name of my ex-roommate, really
Oh.
good friend. So
Me?
every time I think about, like I read her name, I think about her. Hi,
Aw.
Celeste.
Hi, Celeste. Cool last name. Like it. Ah, yeah, good point, Tim. If you send a PDF, you don't need Creative Cloud to view or print the typefaces, but you do need CC to edit it. Good point, good point. Lindsay now has more AI stuff for her Adobe Shrine. Does anybody actually have an Adobe Shrine? Or any other kinds of shrines? I'm interested to know your collections. I think I kind of have an Adobe Shrine, just because I've like accumulated random pieces of Adobe material over the years. Some pillows, some socks. Mostly soft things.
That makes your home very cozy.
It does. My dog likes it. He steals the pillows and sleeps on them.
Good.
Oh, that's funny, Tim. He has a hovering art director altar. Have you ever seen the hovering art director?
No.
It's like a little action figure that we have, and you turn it on and you ask it like, hey, art director, what do you think of this project I'm working on? And it says stuff like, make it more designy.
Oh my God, I need that in my life. I love it.
Do you need it? It can get quite annoying. Then you just turn it off. Like, okay.
Oops. Okay, next one.
Make it pop. Yeah, that's a good one, Tim. I don't think we have the hovering art director anymore. I think we banished him to the shadow realm. Just get out of here. Oh, Melissa used to have a Hello Kitty shrine. Nice. What happened to it? Did you grow out of it, or did you replace it? And who's this one for?
Sol Lewitt.
Oh.
I really like his work. It's very graphic.
Cool.
For him, I think I'll take the whole spread with the illustration.
Nice. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, maybe we can just move forward and finish this up later, because I don't want to spend the whole time doing the same thing. So
Yeah, we can kind of jump around. Jump
Yeah.
around. Yeah, yeah. Melissa says, I sold some of her collectible Hello Kitties and kind of grew out of it. Hopefully it appreciated in value and you got your money back. I still like Hello Kitty. Not gonna lie. Justin has a Doug the Pug shrine. Nice. Thank you for being honest with us, everyone, about your shrines.
yeah, I did the same. I moved him a little bit to the left so it doesn't go through the middle.
Yeah.
Although it's gonna be spread, so it's not gonna be completely cut. But I think for readability, it's always helpful to not have anything in the middle, like especially if it's like small type.
Definitely. I love the way that Saul's head is kind of cutting into the little timeline.
That's what I'm kind of trying with the ones that are below, so you can see that this belongs to color, because I'm not using color right now. It's kind of helpful to see like that this is his line, this is his line. Maybe I'll just move Noguchi a little bit here, so
Oh yes, it's more obvious.
I have him like more going like through his head. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's more readable.
Yeah.
Greg says,
It's
I love...
understandable.
Yeah, I think so. He says, I love the way that this is shaping up. It's coming together.
Yeah, it's cool because it's taking the whole page. It's not being completely like a line. It's taking vertical space too, so that's nice. All right, next is... I've got that, yeah.
More info, more info.
My contemporary Joan Miró,
Oh yeah,
not contemporary, sorry, my like
countryman.
countryman, yeah.
Your cousin. That'd be cool.
1893. So this goes a little bit after that. Here, before.
I feel like this would be really therapeutic to just like put together. You have all the info and then you're just kind of plotting
Yeah,
points.
yeah. You
Cool.
definitely need a little bit of patience with this. It's like a build-up process.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But you can really see the progress as it
yeah.
goes forward. What's up, Yuri? Thanks for hanging out with us. Yuri, today's challenge is to make poster designs, and I know you are a great poster designer, so you should take part, unless you already did. Ooh, Wayne, that's a great question. He's wondering about your favorite magazines. And we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about this a little yesterday.
Yes, and it got me like a little bit like out of the sun. I didn't know what to say, but I actually
thought
like
about
I
it.
have a bunch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so yesterday I said Holiday Magazine. For me, like it has a really good balance in like with the content. I really love the content from this magazine, and the photographies are always amazing. And it's really, really well done, like designed. It used to have like, I don't really know the story, but it used to be published here for a long period of time, and then it stopped, and now they are like publishing it, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Do you mean in San Francisco?
No, in the States.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And the one that I didn't really know the name, that was about gardens, which is also like very nicely done, is Pleasure Garden.
Oh.
And
hopefully this doesn't bring up anything strange on my Google.
Magazine. Let's see if we find it.
Biannual?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
Cool.
And what else? Gentlewoman was another one. Apartamento is a really nice magazine that started in Barcelona.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
And Luncheon also, I said. So those are like my favorite. Whenever I go to a store, I look at them all the time. And yeah, the one I buy the more is a holiday magazine. I love it because it gives you like travel content, but also fashion, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, all the good lifestyle stuff. Ooh, that's a great question from Lily, and it might require some storytelling. So she's curious about if you have specific steps that you always do when you are given a brief, start to end. Do they vary from your art direction jobs to your branding jobs?
So basically, I try to read well the brief, understand what's the need, and then usually I start like researching like what's the the competitive like I do a competitive audit of like brands that are similar, or it depends really on the project. But then I do some research on like what's out there, and how I can like make it different from all these, and like given like the information from the client, I try to like understand how they wanna like get the audience, and then I do some I just like start like sketching, and I get on my hands on it, and
just try it out.
Yeah, and as you have seen, I just go a lot back and forth, and one day I'll draw something, and then the next day I might be like, no, this is not the way I want to go. So I try to find some direction. Sometimes, I guess like my best projects are the ones that like sometimes I have like the whole vision, the holistic vision of it at the end. Like it's more about a visual kind of intuition, and then I try to follow that like direction. But it's not that I like know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Gotcha.
I don't know if this is understandable, but it's more of like it pops out in my mind, like how it should look.
Yeah.
So.
But before you even do that, a lot of times you do research.
Yeah, it's very important to see who's out there, what's your competition, and Yeah,
and I think that should just get your mind kind of turning if you are stuck. So hopefully that helps, Lily. Thanks for your explanation. That was really cool. And Yuri says, I've been working full-time for the first time this week, and I have some side work to do, so I can't join the challenge. Oh. Yuri totally understands. I bet what you would make would be awesome, though. Yes. Who's that?
That's Brancusi.
He looks majestic with that
to
lighting.
To me, looks like a crazy doctor.
Not the kind of doctor you want.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, let's find Miro.
Where you at, Miro? Come on out. And Yuri says that it's hard to pay attention to work while the live streams are going on. It's hard to just keep it in the background. Is anyone else having that issue? I have that issue.
Yeah, I think like it's a little difficult to be working and seeing what's going on in another screen.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm hanging out with my friends like while I'm trying to study or something. It's like it doesn't really work. Ooh, Chris, that's a great question. He says Marta mentioned something about marbling. We didn't talk about this yesterday.
Where did I mention that?
Yesterday, remember? At the end, you're like, we could talk about the marbling. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
So marbling is an ancient technique that I learned to do in New York by an amazing teacher who's also from Spain. Mm-hmm. But this technique is a Turkish way of printing papers, and it's based on dropping ink onto more of a dense kind of water that is all prepared. Like it has a very big preparation before you even start doing it.
Right.
But it's very therapeutic. It's like kind of a way, like I like to be very like in control of things, and this marbling technique is, you cannot be completely like in control of like what's gonna happen, because the ink acts like in their own way, in their own behavior, and some colors have more density and it claims more space, and so like they produce really beautiful patterns, and they were used usually to for like calligraphic kind of background papers.
I'm not sure what's
that
happening.
Might be a little bit like heavy.
We'll just look at this.
Yeah.
There we go.
So this is how it looks more or less, and yeah, that was used like long time ago as like the background for calligraphic papers or for covers of books. I'm pretty sure like you guys might kind of relate that to like all these crazy covers.
Yeah. So you did this.
Yeah, so I started for fun, and then it came out like to be something that I really, really enjoyed to do. And then I made a little project where like I made a swimsuit collection. It was kind of like a fun thing.
Just a fun little swimsuit collection, no big deal.
Yeah, it's like crazy swimsuits.
These are awesome. I'd wear one for sure.
Maybe like you can show on my Behance. You have like the photo shoot of these, which is kind of nicer.
This guy?
Yeah.
So it's aisles.
Yeah, I named every pattern as an island. I don't know. I felt like
cool.
The way the ink behaves in the water kind of like claims their space. It looks like little aisles from aisles. Yeah.
Yep.
From the like an aerial view, and I don't know. It's kind of like nice to have like each swimsuit called a different aisle.
Definitely. What, do you have a favorite like color?
Yeah, I actually like the one, because I produced everything. I have them all at home. But the one I use the most is this green one, and then there's the one that has like the scarf all over the face, which is kind of orange. I love this one too. So yeah, those ones are my favorites.
Wow. Chat, do you have favorites? Let us know. I like this, like kind of periwinkle and orange. I'm always attracted to blue and orange together.
They're all like very different and nice in their way. So yeah.
Very cool. And these are still available.
Yes,
right?
they are.
Cool. Go check them out, chat. If you go to Marta's Behance, if you go down to the bottom, all the links.
I highly recommend to learn this technique. It's super therapeutic and very nice to just like play with it. So
yeah,
if you can make any workshop, just do it.
Yeah. Roxanne wants to know, where did you print it? Did you just do it at
so this is like so I won a competition for this company called Print All Over Me, and they were like looking for designers, and I presented the project and they liked it, so they kind of like offered me a sponsorship to print this through their website.
Peanut butter and jelly bag. Love it.
Yeah, just like to put weird names, but yeah, so they kind of produced the whole line. So it's kind of like a collaboration between Print All Over Me and my stuff.
Yeah, it seems like there's quite a few little collabs.
Yeah, it's kind of like really insane. Their website has so many different.
Yeah, one of my favorite artists on Instagram, her name's Gentle Thrills. She just came out. Oh, here it is, with
nice.
collaboration as well.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of collaborations with artists, and then if you guys do any artwork, illustrations, etc., it's very fun to print it out with their like website.
Heck yeah, that's always so nice when you actually get something and hold it in your hands.
Yeah.
Like, well, this is real. And same
you'll
could
have
be
your own custom like design for yourself.
Right. Like, where'd you
Unique.
get that? I made it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun.
So cool. And the same could be said about a zine. Like at the end, you have this actual thing in your hands. Awesome. Go check it out, chat. Highly recommend. And as you see in the timer below us, we've got about 40 minutes until we're going to be looking at challenge submissions. If you're just joining us, I'm here with Marta Caro, working on an awesome zine about her favorite artists, including some illustrations that she did herself and some information about the artists. So we're focusing on editorial design this week. We have 4 awesome designers, one after another until tomorrow evening. So stick around for that. And we're challenging you to work on posters alongside our designers today. So find more information in the challenge tab, and make sure to use one of the new monotype fonts. Typefaces, fonts, the difference? I don't know. And who are we
Okay.
working on now? Bruno.
Bruno.
Good old Bruno.
We had him yesterday on a spread.
Yep. And we had someone in chat named Bruno as well.
Oh yeah, he submitted some stuff. Maybe there was a business card with a Bruno name. Maybe it was him. I don't know. Was
Yeah.
it you?
Bruno, are you
there?
here? Hello? Hello, Bruno.
Hey, where are you, Bruno?
A picture of the person from chat just appears. It's me. There he is.
He has a nice headshot. It's very, very artistic.
Yeah. Wow. I want to copy that for mine.
I'm actually not using those styles I made
Oh, Marta.
because I'm just copying and pasting.
That makes sense.
Oops.
I like that. Even his silhouette is kind of geometric and interesting. Yeah, Tim, that's a great point. If you are not feeling inspired for the challenge, you can check out other submissions for the challenge by clicking on the Woo Box link. It's in the challenge tab, or Tim just posted it. Christoph wants to know, do you ever use the golden ratio in your designs?
No, but sometimes I have placed it. I have placed the how you call it, spiral thingy.
Yeah, that thing.
And it kind of like, because I've been working on this like pretty long, I think like I've got this like, whatever it feels pleasant to me in the eye, it ends up being pretty close to this ratio, like curiously enough, because I don't really use it, but yeah.
No, you can totally tell, like when you have those rules of thirds kind of in place, you're like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
I've never actually used it like as my template.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right.
it.
It's more just like, this is in the center. It needs to be off center and maybe up or down a little bit. Sabine, we already had the chat and win. It was about 20 minutes ago, but if you would like to participate again, we will have one during Puya's stream, which is coming up after this, and one during Alma's stream, which will finish out the day. And if you want to participate, you chat and you win. Oh, what is the chat and win? Yeah, Denise got it. You chat and you win a little giveaway. But it is already done for this stream, so stick around for the next two.
But they can enter the challenge, no?
Super true. Enter the challenge, and we will be picking one winner on the day to have a free year of Creative Cloud. So please enter regardless.
Interesting.
There, you're like, I'm gonna enter the challenge.
Yeah. Can I submit my zine?
Sure can, and then you can choose if you win or lose. But even if you are not super sure of your design skills, still please submit, because each of our designers is going to be looking at all the submissions from that stream at the end of the stream and giving some feedback and sharing your work and celebrating with you. Pretty cool. And we already have 4 submissions so far.
Oh, good.
Yeah, keep them coming though. Let's have an overwhelming amount of submissions. Let's do it. Why not? In the past, when we've had different challenges, we've had like 50, 60, 70 submissions during the stream. It's been like rapid fire. It's pretty cool.
He has also a funny one.
Yeah.
He has something in his eye. I like it.
Oh, these silly
Little
artists.
Extravagant.
Yeah.
Extravaganza.
Who
Here you
is
go.
that? Hans Arp.
Whoops.
Hans, what are you doing? Who do you think you are?
Okay, well, I'll leave it like that, and then maybe I'll add some other artists. I'm not even sure I'll get them all into like the spread, so maybe
Right.
I'll just stop here. I don't want to bore you with the same thing all over.
Cool.
So now what I'm gonna do is probably I just want to clean up a little bit the design from yesterday. Change these typefaces that I was thinking they weren't inspiring me enough.
Right.
So, let's see.
Hey, Munir. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Tim, the days that we had the 70 entries per stream, the challenge was a little easier.
Whoa.
A little bit easier to try out. Designing a poster is not easy. Gotta combine imagery, words, composition. It's a lot.
Okay, so I want to have these to be all GT.
Oh, yeah. GT American?
Yeah.
Perf.
And this is actually... Where is it? There's so many.
Yeah.
So
Help.
actually, this is not. I'm gonna go one by one. This is gonna be the expanded, regular.
Oh. I was like,
Too long.
wait, it's missing something. Lindsay says, I wish I could do the challenges, but I'm always at work. Maybe they will make good weekend projects. I think so. Watch the replays, redo the challenges. Also, there's the opportunity to take part in our daily creative challenges when we have them. It's like a 2-week long, you get a challenge every day, and you can work on them as quickly or as slowly as you'd like. So keep on the lookout for new daily creative challenges to be announced. Has anyone in chat ever participated? We've had XD, Illustrator, Photoshop. It's pretty cool.
So here another thing I thought about, like cleaning up somehow is I want the dates to be consistent, and I think we don't need the month of like
Yeah.
the life important dates. So I'm just gonna keep the years. That's more relevant.
Yeah, I agree.
And then this is gonna be, yeah, medium. Actually, gonna make this big.
Bigger. And when you change it here, is it changing all of the other?
No, not really. Because I want to play with each spread. I feel
Right,
like it's
yeah.
not worth it to use the styles.
Yep.
I will actually set up the basic graphs like this one. I feel this one we can keep it the same way.
Cool.
So yes, I'm gonna change it through here, and it's gonna change through the whole thing.
So it'll have like one little cohesive element through
Yeah.
all of them.
Exactly.
Cool. Oh, so Heidi has participated. I remember you, Heidi. And Eric definitely participated. Yes, Tim, they're very useful, especially for beginners. It's basically boot camp for a specific program, the daily creative challenges. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, Robbie participated in the Photoshop one. Yeah, Robbie.
I'm also changing the subheader because I think it's gonna be also the same thing. I'm gonna use the expanded version of it. That's fun. So many options and possibilities.
Oh, design's fun. So many possibilities.
And I wanna do this. So we have the title like this, a little shifted.
Ooh, a little hanging indent.
Yeah. And I feel like I want to keep a little square on this page and then have the 2 big ones on this other page, actually. And I think I'm going to put that one. I know I'm changing everything now,
Yeah,
but
making big moves.
I think I have things a little bit more clear. Yesterday was more about like placing information and see how this plays all together. And today I have this a little bit more like clear in that sense. So we can have this. Actually, I'm gonna make this big. Here I pressed Command Shift and how you call this, like sign the
Like a bracket?
is it a bracket? Yeah.
I think so.
To bring things up. Oops.
Yep. Right bracket, left bracket.
Yeah. So it's the right bracket. No. Yeah.
Yep. So that's how you can like push things to the back or bring things to the front.
Exactly.
Just tapping them back and forth and holding Shift and Command.
Exactly.
There you go. What's up, Ashi? Says, hi, Kathleen and Marta.
Hello.
Yo, thanks for joining us. If you're just coming to hang out, let us know. If you haven't said anything in chat and you're maybe more of a wallflower and you don't really want to participate, you can always just say hi. Let us know of your presence. It's always nice to see who's hanging out with us. Justin has a question for you.
Nice.
He's wondering, how did you get to where you are today as a designer? Was there a project or an amount of time working for someone that set you off on your freelance journey?
Well, first of all, I have to say, and that's one thing I was telling to you the other day, is that I kind of struggled in like recognizing what's the branch of design I want to work in. It seems like you have to specialize in typography or editorial design, and I never wanted to commit to one of them because I have fun with everything. So for me, it was kind of difficult to find out my way in that sense. But at the same time, because I was interested in learning all these disciplines, now I have more of a holistic way to like understand a project, and I don't know, it gives you a little bit more of an overall idea. And I feel that's like, to me, it's been very helpful, but also a struggle. Like I've been years being like, oh my God, where am I going? I don't know. And so, yeah, I think like also working very hard, I've been like, I have different experiences, and also very consciously I was like, I'm gonna try an agency, I'm gonna try an in-house place, I'm gonna try
it all.
And now I'm trying the freelancing for the first time, and it's working out for me. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love the independence of it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Do you ever have a hard time managing yourself, like being your own boss, like time management?
Well, sometimes you have to learn it the hard way when you are awake until 5 a.m. and you're like, what am I doing? The sun is coming up and I'm still working. What is this? So after like a couple of times going through this, I was like, okay, no, like I have to learn how to manage my time. I have to learn like these are my hours, and then I have like some personal time for myself that I really need. And so that's how I kind of like learn it. And now it's like just, I know how to do it.
You can say no to yourself. Yes to
it's
yourself.
also a question of putting some boundaries sometimes with clients and being like, okay, this I can have it done by this time, and the client usually is very understanding. You don't have to say yes to everything. You can be like, I need one extra day, or I need like a couple extra days, and usually clients are pretty flexible with this, unless it's like a very priority or urgent kind of project.
And hopefully you should already know about that from the get-go if the deadline is coming up quickly.
Yeah.
I think some people are really cut out for freelance and they can handle it, and some people might need to go through those learning experiences of, I don't know, it's a whole different animal, having to manage yourself and manage your own time. I've personally struggled with it a little bit.
I think it's normal to struggle with it, but now I really, really like the independence I have to be like, okay, maybe I'll take Friday off and then work on a Saturday. If the weather is like bad on a Saturday, I'm like, just gonna hang out on Friday, and then like I'll just work hard on Saturday, and that works for me. I love it.
Yeah, that works in New York, but over in California, it's like, well, it's nice every day. Unless you're in San Francisco, then I guess it works. Justin wants to know, how do you find your clients? Do you use Upwork, word of mouth, other platforms online?
I think I actually get some jobs from Instagram.
Heck yeah, I've heard that a lot.
It's crazy. That's why I started putting more work in there. Because it just like brings me, I don't know, there's a lot. I try to obviously have some visibility in like my work life, and I try to have like a portfolio that is updated somehow, and like I tried my best in this. But yeah, right now I have like just a travel.
I was gonna say, like, where's your work? My
work is a little further down because I've been in holidays. So. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of like little videos and fashion stuff.
Cool.
And so I usually post work and travel, like whatever it's visually inspiring to me.
Right. Yeah. So it's Marta 2_ Caro if you want to check out her Instagram. Love it. So when people find you on Instagram, what kind of work do they hire you for? Is it like the video stuff they see, or do they know you're a designer, or do they think you're a stylist?
Yeah. I mean, some of the work I've been hired is more word of mouth, but most of the time they contact me and they just, there's a lot of video editing going on right now. And some of the graphic design, obviously I have on my description that I do art direction and graphic design. Right. So they just, people I think like knows me from the work at the line too. So it goes a little bit together.
Yeah, you've kind of spread your information where it needs to be, and Yeah, Instagram is super powerful.
Yeah, I just try to have it a little fun, so it doesn't feel like strictly a portfolio. I like to have have some fun. I love to make some photographies and everything. So that's how I like to balance it.
Yeah, it's fun, but it still has a cohesive look. The same kind of depth of color and tones.
Yep.
Very cool. Robbie says, personally, these live streams and challenges have helped me to pinpoint where in design I want to focus and pursue, as well as improve my niche. Thank you. Awesome, Robbie. So glad to hear that. It's really awesome to hear that the sharing of information is valuable for people.
Yeah. So, okay, let's try to rag this well.
Ooh, do the rag dance.
Short, long, short. This should be long.
Oh, okay. So you want it to kind of make a pattern, visual movements.
Yeah, that's like the rhythm. It's important too. And so what I'm gonna do here, it's do that, and then here I can play with this.
Current that line.
Still not working out.
Almost there. Danny says, hello, newbie here. Literally, I'm sitting in the office enjoying the last month of summer vacation. Happy to have you with me.
Very nice.
Danny, glad to be here with you. Thank you so much for hanging out and saying hello as a newbie.
I try to not go too crazy with the values here. For example, 10, it's kind of like a little crazy, but I wouldn't like do too much here. Like sometimes I work in between like spaces and.
What's the hotkey that you're using to just use the arrow keys?
For bringing words closer, or you have to be really careful because you can really screw a little bit like the reading. So I would say don't go too crazy with this, but I'm using Option and then the arrows to bring letters closer or further.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Let the typeface do its job.
Yep. This one. That's nicer.
Cool. You're making it work.
Yeah.
David says, I only knew how to use Paint for photo editing, so thank you for sharing this knowledge with me. Whoa. Do you mean Photoshop, David? Or what program are you using for photo editing? That's super interesting. Thanks for being here.
No, I think they might have like some kind of chat, like app suggestions for photo editing. Like, they might be talking about it.
Yeah,
no?
True.
What apps do you guys use to edit your photos?
Do you have a favorite one?
I actually discovered one. I don't know the name. Maybe tomorrow I can just bring it up. I like to use Snapseed from Google.
Yeah.
That one is really good. And Photoshop, obviously, and ViscoCam. I usually switch between like different apps. I really have fun with this, so I'm just like, sometimes I just take time to just like play with one photo and
Right, yeah. I usually use like Lightroom Mobile for like the really nitty gritty, like more value things, and then I'll shoot it into Visco, and then I have like my specific presets I like, and then I'll bring it into Instagram, so a lot of stuff. There's also Photoshop Fix and Mix if you actually need to like cut out someone from the background or like do some healing brush tool on your phone, but on the mobile.
I love the healing tool in the phone. I didn't know that existed after Snapseed, and it really like sometimes it's helpful.
Totally. You can also do it in Photoshop Fix for free.
Cool.
Yeah, Jose, he said he just submitted to the challenge and he's checking out everyone else's submissions and they're looking pretty sleek.
Nice.
So we have 9, 10, 11 submissions so far. Oh wait, maybe just 10. So let's get that number up. I want to see at least 15 in the next 20 minutes.
Come on, guys.
Come on, you can do
Don't
it.
be shy.
Seriously.
I'll be really good.
Yeah, like I said, we really value just creativity and the effort that you put in, and you don't need to be a professional poster designer to submit. I would actually recommend, if you're not a professional, you should submit. You can get some feedback, you can share your skills. It's pretty cool.
It's a good way to learn. just to be consistent. This I will keep it as a medium, the main kind of graph that introduces the artist.
Yeah.
And then maybe I might play with the type size, but at least the style is gonna be the same.
Cool. I love that black background.
Yeah.
Such contrast. Ashi says, I'm on it. Gonna work on a submission. Thank you. Tim says, if Eric can make, is that 1 million posters or 100,000? I can't count the zeros from here. I will personally pay for 1 year of Creative Cloud for you. Tim, are you sure about that? I think Eric could do it. You might want to eat your words. And Jose, if you want to submit one per guest, that would be great. Yeah, Tim's got it. Thanks. And make sure that they're different. I want to see different submissions. Munir says, my favorite apps are Illustrator, XD, and Photoshop, and I use Dreamweaver, but I prefer to use Simple Coding app.
Oh.
Nice. I heard someone singing about Dreamweaver in the office today. I was like, only at Adobe. Gonna refresh, see if anyone submitted. No. I'm getting impatient. Come on, y'all.
We want to see your work.
Yes, we do. You heard it here, folks. Jose says, okay, mine is up. I've seen some great poster work. Impressive. Yes. Agreed. Maybe I need to participate. I should be clicking away over here while you're working. It could be like a dual stream. Lucia says, here from Argentina.
Oh, hola.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I like your name. It's beautiful.
I like this name too.
Mm-hmm. Rita says, hello, everybody. What's up, Rita? Or Rita? Good to have you all here. Good to have you here, Rita.
I forgot to make the grids on here, on the master page. So again, for people who doesn't know how to set up a grid, I'll go to layout, margin, and columns, and add 6 columns here, and same in the other page, so I can see what's my grid. Here you go.
There it is. Very even, very easy. Yesterday during Alma's stream, we were using like 5 columns or 7 columns. I was like,
fun.
This is so strange. Like totally different.
That's
more
my type of girl.
Yeah, just making it weird. Why not?
We're here to have fun, so
yeah.
let's make it fun. Let's not. I don't like to follow rules. Do you guys like to follow rules?
Yeah, what kind of designer are you? You make the rules and then break them? That's a good one. Definitely do not like to follow rules, but rules make me feel safe.
Yeah.
Like I know what box to be in, but I don't like them.
It's good to have them and then break them.
Yeah. Let's break the rules. Yes, Adobe Live, you got it. Yeah, Heidi says there's a song called Dreamweaver from the 70s. That's the song they were singing, but they were singing it about the app.
Did they change the lyrics a little bit?
It was more like they were working with the app and then they just started singing Dreamweaver. Like a little love song, a little ode to the app. Yeah, don't break the contest rules, but break design rules.
I'm just gonna lock this layer because I'm getting like the type into like the rectangle and it's kind of annoying.
You're like, no, no, no.
Whoa. Don't do that.
Rob says, bend the contest rules. Rob, what do you mean by that? Did you write the contest rules? If not, I don't know if you can bend them. But the contest rules are pretty simple. Just make a poster, and it needs to include one of the new monotype fonts. Besides that, you can just go wild.
Okay.
Dejan says, hi from Namibia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hi.
thanks for hanging out. We actually just had an influx of people all saying hi and where they were from. So
I like to know where they are from.
Heck yeah, let us know. So we're in San Francisco. If you didn't know, you're located in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Where else are people?
Let us know.
Tell us. And if you're somewhere but you're not from there originally, tell us where you're from and where you are now. Because that's always actually interesting. Because I feel like a fraud telling people like, I'm from California. They're like, I'm in California. Because I'm not from here. Just live here.
Yeah, same here.
It's not where my heart is. My heart's in the
heart
heartland.
belongs.
Yeah. Tim says, hi from Germany. #night shift. Hi, Tim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Tim's always here late into the night. Thank you for your hard work, my friend. Munir is in Morocco. What's up, Munir? Christina's in Seattle. Lindsay's near Kansas City. Chris is in LA, born and raised. Eric's from Taiwan and Utah.
This is so fun to have so many people from different
Heck
parts of the
yeah.
world.
So many different time zones.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Jose says, I'm in Jersey, but a quick hour direct bus ride to Port Authority, NYC. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nasser is in Algeria. Lily is in Stockholm. Maria is in Redondo Beach. Rada in Algeria. Animal from India. Wowza.
Lots of people.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who's the furthest away. Maybe like Algeria? I'm thinking Germany? Dubai? Potentially that's the furthest away, Asim. Pakistan from Mohammed. So cool. Bangladesh, definitely far away. Or I wonder who's up the latest. I guess that's probably the more important thing.
Yeah. Let us know if you are working or like awake for like long hours at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Were you up all night working on a design project? You got the night shift? Insomnia? A crying baby? Could be all kinds of things. I stayed up entirely too late last night because I found a webcomic and I accidentally read all of it. I got started and then 3 hours later I realized it was past my bedtime. Yuri is from Tokyo, now in Amsterdam. Anton is in Rotterdam.
Nice, good design in Rotterdam.
Nice.
And architecture.
Asim says, it's more than 50 degrees right now, Celsius I'm guessing, so we are closer to the sun. That's really, really hot. Christina, the webcomic is called Lore Olympus, I'm pretty sure. It's amazing and beautiful.
So here I made this a little bigger. It was too small. And yeah, this is because it's fake text. It looks a little weird. Still have to find more copy for it. So I'll do some research tonight and add some more copy.
Yeah, because you probably don't want to like work on the ragging and the kerning and stuff if it's not even the right words.
Exactly. And also, like, because they are weird words, they usually create more rivers than like normal text, like English text.
And what do you think? What do you mean by rivers?
The rivers is like the gaps that are in between. Like you can see it here.
Oh yeah.
Gaps in between. That it's when the spaces between words fall into almost the same place, line after line. So it creates all these like weird, like here, for example. The text is too wide.
Yeah.
So I'll have to work on this by like maybe bringing some words down, and now it's a little bit better. And there's a little bit of detail here where like once you have all the information placed, it's nice to go into the detail and like clean up these things.
Yeah, but it takes a long time.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna bore you with that.
Yeah, it might not make the most enthralling live stream content, but it's an important part of the process.
So I was thinking maybe this would be fun to have it in yellow, so
Heck
it
yeah.
goes good with the other page.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I can actually select a nice yellow. I don't know if I want it like to be. Maybe I'll just print it in a cheap like CMYK, not Pantone.
Yeah, it is the yellow. Mike says, I see a widow. I see a widow.
Ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Let's not have it
Yeah,
here.
no widows, no orphans. None
This
of
is so bad, but I'm not gonna look at it.
that. Yeah, you gotta give us some grace, Mike. This is not the finished copy.
Cool. Bruno Munari, we had him yesterday. That's a fan page with a title.
Whoop. Yeah, this
Like
is where you
this.
got, I think, the most creative with your
Yeah, I want to
layout.
do more of this. So, but I'm just gonna add here the dates.
Mm.
Oops.
And Kevin is saying that he would like to see concept artists for their film and gaming work on Adobe Live. Kevin, did you see this stream where we had like Kay and Bobby Chu on? They had some awesome concept work. It was just, I think, like 2 weeks ago. And Rada, if you have feature requests for InDesign, the InDesign forums is a great place to post about those and get other people's thoughts. Adobe staff and engineering does look at the forums and they respond to answers. They're actually people that's like their full-time job. So feel free to go post that there and see what other people think.
Very nice people.
Oh yeah, I used to be one of those people.
Oh,
So yes, confirmed, very nice people. Real people on the other side. Jose wants to know, do you have a recommendation for printing and testing pages for like the bleed and the cutoff and the margins? Do you just print at home or?
I just print it in the printer I have accessible, and then just that's a very that's a part of the work I like to do, to just print, test, and go up and down with the type until I have it nailed down. I really like, sometimes from the screen you can't really see how like words or like numbers, like the space in between them is, and so then I print it and then I work like screen to like physical paper, and all that then correct.
Yeah, there's something so important about actually seeing it
Yeah.
in the final format when you're testing things out. You can pull out that red pen, start marking things up. Oh my gosh, Mr. Director, you're too kind. Thanks. Eric says, Bobby Chu's live stream dug me out of my video game addiction and now I design all night. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm sure he would be glad to hear that as well. But on a side note, which video games were you addicted to? I'm interested to know. Oh, Kevin, you were there and you liked Nathan Fawkes' streams. Cool. We had Nathan, Bobby, Kay, and Anna all here for the Concept Art Week. Super nice people. Oh, you're playing League of Legends? Yeah, that is pretty addicting, Eric. Super competitive. You are a brave soul for diving in there. Do you play video games?
I'm not a video game person.
No.
No,
What's-
I get bored. I don't know.
What? That's like the
I'm
opposite.
sorry.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if it's not your thing, I can see why it would be boring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of like a waste
You know,
of
when I
time.
was little, I was playing this. It wasn't a video game. It was an architect kind of software to like build up houses. That was my video game.
Okay.
Am I boring?
You would like SimCity
It's a
or
little
The
bit like,
Sims?
oh well, the Sims was so fun.
Yeah.
But I liked to make the houses. I didn't like the interaction.
Right.
Like I didn't care about
You're
that.
like,
I was
"Shh,
like,
shh, shh,
I'm just gonna
building."
make my mansion and like, you know.
Yeah. Use the
all
cheat
these things.
codes to get $1
Exactly.
million. Rosebud, rosebud, rosebud.
Yes.
And then build. I would always like rebuild my house first, and then I would make like my dream house. A little practice. Man, I've been thinking about The Sims a lot recently, actually.
Yes.
I want to try
Do
it
you
out
miss
again.
it?
I do miss it, and there's a new one.
Oh,
Like,
really?
They keep
Nice.
making new ones, so they're getting pretty good. That's a video game hour with us. So if you're not a video game person, what is like your thing? Do you like podcasts or reading or cooking?
Oh, I love cooking, and yeah, like I like to like maybe I geek out a lot with like photographies and retouching them and like
cool.
making them like some colors to pop out
Yeah.
and pop up. And so yeah, that's where I have fun. It's always been like some kind of like creative thing where like I used to also explore Photoshop before I was studying design. I had Photoshop and I was like doing these things, you know, like I was just taking a photo and like playing with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I think at least when I was in that stage of exploration with myself creatively, that was also the age of like MySpace was really big. So
Oh, yes.
I would like take pictures to put on MySpace and edit them so I could show all my friends.
Same thing. And there was this other thing called Fotolog in Spain.
Oh,
I don't know. It was kind of like a blog thing,
Gotcha.
and also was very fun to edit things.
Yeah, it can be a super artistic and cathartic to just like edit a bunch of photos, a batch. What about you, chat? What were your like online coming of age platforms? Like there was Zanga, DeviantArt was big for me.
Wow, DeviantArt.
Heck yeah. Neopets, obviously. We've talked about Neopets a lot on this stream though in the past.
So here I can show you another thing.
Do it.
This is like, we can make these into columns.
Oh, cool.
Where is it? I think here. So now I'm gonna do, this is let's see if I can show it. This text box is like divided into two columns, and now what I'm gonna do here is say type insert column break. It's this one, and so it brings it to the other side automatically.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
But the text box is technically larger than that, but you kind of designated that it should cut in the middle.
It's in here into the, when you click on the box here, that icon here that looks like columns, here you can add on like columns like, ooh.
Whoa, within your text boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, InDesign, you're so powerful. You're being wielded by a powerful wizard named Marta.
So this is cool.
And chat, you have 2 minutes to get those submissions in. And we said we wanted to see 15 submissions by the deadline, and I only see 12. Nope, 13. A new one just came in. We need 2 more to hit our personal goal. Marta and Kathleen's personal goal of 15 submissions. Let's get 2 more in the next minute and a half, and then we will start looking at them, giving some feedback, talking with y'all. Like I said in the beginning, if you have specific questions about your project, make sure you stick around, and when we're looking at it, we can talk about it with you. Christoph, yes, upload it.
Good.
Go, go, go. But if you're not done, please do not rush. You have Puya's stream and Alma's stream as well, and we'll be picking from the entire batch of submissions from all day.
Or maybe you can submit it so you can get some feedback and work on it more. Like,
yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Totally.
It doesn't need to be completely finished.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you think about the actual design process, you show work in progress, you show sketches and things like that before you actually ship the finished thing.
Yeah.
So, might be a good idea.
Yeah. It's nice to revisit your designs. Look at me, I'm just changing everything from yesterday.
Yeah, it's natural.
But yeah, that's how you improve things.
Yeah, we've got one more submission. Okay, we need one more. Please, please, y'all, don't let us down. Don't do this to me, personally. What's up, George? Thanks for hanging out.
let's put some like blue, Matisse blue here.
Oh yeah.
On this page. Although blue, you cannot have the electric blue in CYMK. So it's gonna look a little bit more like faded because this is a cheap publication. I'm not gonna use Pantones.
Right.
But let's just add some blue here.
I love
blue
that.
notes.
Kind of jewel tone. So nice.
Then again here it's important to print it. It's nice maybe to do a test with the printer to see how it comes out because colors really look different from the screen to the paper, and especially if the paper is darker or like I'm planning to have this in like a more of a newsprint kind of paper that's like sometimes a little darker and like absorbs more the ink, so yeah, it might look very different. So
test it out.
Yeah.
And someone was wondering, is InDesign good for printing RGB, or is it smarter to do CMYK if you know it's going to be printed?
If it's printed, just set it up as a CMYK, and then if you're doing more of a digital design thing, then you can use RGB. But for printing, just make sure it's like CMYK.
Yeah, and it's really easy to change your modes in InDesign.
Yeah.
So no worries.
Where is it? Let's see. It's in color settings or not?
Maybe.
No, it's... Well, I usually set it up from the beginning, so I don't really know if you can set it like from here.
Yeah, what I usually do is just search. I use the search all the time.
Color... How you would search that? Color mode.
Maybe if you just search like CMYK, it'll pick the thing. In chat, if you know.
I have done it sometimes, but like,
me
you know...
too.
Oh, here.
There it is. Aha.
Blank space, CMYK.
Or RGB. Yeah. That's one way to do
the
it.
Profiles. No.
Yeah, and I think when you're printing, that's when you can also designate, like, this is the profile I want to use. Which is a whole thing all in itself.
Yeah. In America, it's different than in Europe.
Yeah. Actually. Oh, okay, Tim. Edit, convert to profile, set the RGB space to sRGB. There you go. All right, yes, our deadline has hit, so I'm going to wait just a minute or two. And we did get over 15 submissions. Yay.
Yay.
Good job, everybody.
Thanks for submitting.
Yeah, thanks so much. We'll look at them in just a minute. And then we'll spend a good chunk of time looking over your submissions. And then right at the end, we're going to close up shop by talking about what Marta did today and what she'll be working on tomorrow to wrap everything up. And then Christine and Puya will be back. Very fun. Stick around. But we still got like 30 minutes, so don't leave. Don't leave us, please. Yeah, good team effort, everyone. We really showed them, the other team. Yeah, well done. And you let me know when Matisse is good to go. We'll jump into the submissions.
Okay.
Cool. I'm glad that you like the community here, Mr. Director. I always say that the people that are chatting with us on Adobe Live or chatting with us on Behance are just the nicest. You guys are the nicest. Thanks for making this such a positive and encouraging space. Safe space.
Depending on the time, we can just jump into the submissions if you prefer.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we can always come back and wrap things up. Alrighty, so I have the submissions open. Our first one is by Hero, and it's a beautiful RuPaul.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Amazing illustration.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice use of kind of just a slabby font at the top. What do you think about the integration of the typeface with the illustration? It kind of like layers on top of it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's good because it's very like a solid kind of, it goes with the illustration.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
maybe you could play about like the overlay, make it a little bit more obvious. Maybe play with like overlaying some letters or not, and that could be cool.
Like the P could be behind and the A could be above.
Yeah, so the hair can be like playing a little bit.
It could even like be above, but then go back behind a piece of hair. Nice. I think you could even push this a little bit larger.
Yeah.
Like I think RuPaul's a pretty iconic figure. So you would probably know, like if you pushed it a little bit, broke the letters a little more.
Yeah. Don't be shy with the design.
Yeah, definitely.
But really good.
Nice. So that was by Hero. All right, moving on to NEX.
Ooh.
Very simple.
What does that mean?
Yeah, is that a name? It seems like maybe that's the name.
I like the negative. It's cool.
Yeah, are you in chat? If you are, please let us know what the story is behind this.
Colors are nice. I like that they are in the same harmony. They are warm colors, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think like the context of this will make all the difference for what font or typeface that you choose.
We need to know some more information, maybe.
Yeah, so I'd like if this is for, I don't know, like a sports team or something, maybe this isn't the most athletic or kind of clean font. Someone says these are Gryffindor colors. True. Use that Harry Potter font. But nice, simple and clean.
Yep.
All right, this is by Denise. Great fonts,
Wow.
Adobe. And everyone involved in them. I'm your fan. Wow. I love this, Denise. It's so sweet.
That's so funny. Here, maybe I would just like close a little bit the leaving from the great fonts Adobe. I would treat it more as blocks, you know, like maybe this can be one block and then the one below, like and everyone is involved in. Is another part of the block, but maybe a little bit more separated.
Right, so treating this phrase, great fonts Adobe, as
as a one block, so it should be a little bit more compact.
Yep. Yeah, and this is a little bit difficult to read.
Yeah, maybe you should bring up a little bit this tone, because the type is pretty thin, so maybe it should be white too. Maybe you could try other colors. Maybe have some more fun with it.
Yeah, but I think this is just really interesting, this little stylistic graphic on the edge.
Is that from another font? Is it like the same kind of the wow?
Yeah. Cool. Which is cool. You're using the font as imagery.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So nice. Great job, Denise. Denise, are you here? If so, awesome job. All right, this is by Asim. Ooh, knife. Spooky. I love it.
Wow. So you've got some gradients in there. Oh, I like that there's the negative knife on it.
Yeah, right?
The K and the N. Good job.
Yeah, so this is the design up top, and then this seems like it's a mock-up.
Okay, yeah, that would be like the logo type, and then maybe I would just breathe the typography with this like frame thing, or maybe do the frame a little smaller so the typography has more importance under the design. Is important to think about the hierarchy of things. So if you want the knife to be the protagonist, then like make it the protagonist.
So are you saying add like
maybe I think that I would do maybe it's like this frame that has to be as thick as the eye.
Oh, okay.
So it all like falls into the same proportion.
Gotcha.
Or,
cool. So add
you could try that.
A frame that's as thick as the eye. Around.
Right.
Cool.
Because this is a frame, the gray thing.
No, this is a mock-up.
Oh.
So it's just the black is the poster.
Okay, I can understand that. All right.
It's pretty. Oh, there's even stuff written on the side.
Okay. This you need to make it a little bit more.
The value of a knife is
clear.
In sharpness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I can understand it. Okay. Then it's fine. Don't do the frame thing.
Don't do the thing. Yeah, it makes its own statement, I think, going off the edge.
Yeah.
So this is by Asim. Great job. Puya in the house.
Hi.
Welcome. We'll be coming up next with Christine, so stick around. This one is by Marae. And this.
Nice photo.
Oh, so this is, I think, just a photo from Unsplash. But Marae, if you're in chat, let us know the story behind this, if it's a poster or if you're just sharing some cool stock imagery. But let's act like this is a poster. So
Looks good. What I would improve here is if you know how to use the Photoshop a little bit, maybe remove that white spot on the G from the photograph.
Okay.
Like just clone the background so it reads better the IMG.
Okay.
IMG.
So what
You know,
white are you
there's
talking
like
about?
a white spot in here. Do you see this?
This right
I
here?
think that belongs to the photography below. So make it
Yeah.
gray, and then like it will read much better.
Yeah, this cool aperture little piece will
Yeah.
look a little clearer.
Yeah.
Cool. Maria, nice job. All right, on to some cute pups. Puppy love.
Cute.
You've won my heart already.
Yes.
This looks like one of those kind of inspirational photos. Like talking about perseverance and then like a little bit of copy about it. Puppy love. Cool, what do you think?
I think here you should stick to the same typography. The Q could be like the same typography as the rest of it. It
Yeah.
just stands out too much, and I feel like same typography would look cleaner.
Right.
You could try to work a little bit on the writing too and have fun with it, get into more the detail of the text as I was doing before. Spend some time here, like there, and you can use the Command X to bring down some words
cool.
and play with it. What else?
Yeah, I think I understand the idea of kind of wanting this drop cap to look a little more like decorative, because that's kind of what we think about when we think about this, but not really necessary. Like you said, like if this kind of script isn't seen anywhere else.
Yeah, I feel
totally
like you
use
can
this.
just keep it like that, like with the Q bigger, but then like maybe just try to have the same typography and see how it looks. I think it will be more cohesive.
Yeah, nice. And I like this use of this kind of beigey colored frame, and it kind of speaks to this coloring and the type as well.
Yep.
Nice job, Anita. All right, this is by Robbie.
Wow, it's kind of 80s.
Super 80s.
I like it.
Let me see. I think there was some info. Revised poster from the first set of feedback. Tried setting a logo in the bottom right to balance out the left aligned design up top.
Cool. I like it. I feel like here, if you want to still like have some more fun, I would try some textures. Because you're doing like really like a 80s kind of thing, so maybe... Oh yeah, it has some grain already.
Right, so it has grain here, but not here.
Good. Sorry, I have like...
No, it's okay.
I don't see very well. No, but yeah, I like the grid. It's cool.
Yeah. I like that the grid isn't just up and down.
And I like how you played with the triangle going like below and like on top, as we said with the
RuPaul one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice job. So, Robbie, is this your actual design company? Or what is Rotiva? Maybe it has to do with his name. Alrighty. Tech Pirates. Applications open. Come join the Robin Hood of Tech World. This is by Sanyam.
That looks very video gamey, as we
cool.
were talking about it.
Yeah, it fits the idea of the company.
Yeah.
Tech and IT.
Oh, I like that the, how you call them?
Like the steering wheel?
Yeah, the steering wheel acts as a magnifying lens. And I don't know, I feel like maybe I would treat the illustration with a pixel too. Maybe that adds up a little bit if you want to have fun with it. But looks clean.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why these aren't also kind of pixely.
Yeah, well, because it's a magnifying lens, right? So maybe then the Pira should not be pixelated. So you understand, like you're zooming in and seeing the pixel.
Right. But I think your idea of making the other things look kind of 8-bit-esque would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool to play with this.
Although, I do have one little visual strange thing that's happening. So, this is supposed to be CH, like tech, but this kind of looks like an H in here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then like an I. So I'm like, Tehi Pirates? So that just happened. That was weird. I don't know how you would fix that. Maybe make the letters more apparent.
Yes, or maybe like the H could have some pixel. Try to have like maybe get into a little bit more of a pixel detail. try opening up and down the lens, or
Yeah,
see if
that's
you
true.
can
Like a little
move
bit
it
bigger.
around. But yeah.
Very cool. I love the idea, Sanyam. Nice job. All right, this is by Akash. I'm in love with cities I've never been to and people I've never met. Cool.
Yeah, I like that the cities and people, which are like the important words to read. Like I like how it reads, and yeah, maybe like I kind of like to play with the two types. But maybe the end should be this like the sans serif,
Okay.
and have cities and people be another type.
Right.
Maybe the small text should be one type, and
Cities
the
and people.
bigger ones treat more as an image, as we said before, like could change.
Yeah. I think it's interesting having white copy on top of like a darker, colorful background. It's really cool. Get the mood of the city
Yeah.
and the movement with this little texture going on.
Yeah.
But I agree. It's a little confusing. Like, why is this kind of scripty? Maybe this is like people are more emotional and cities are more
Yeah.
industrial. But that might be like a step too far. But I do like how this little dissenter
Yeah.
is placed in between.
Yeah.
It's clever. So that was by Akash. Nice job. All right, this is by Jose, who said he was in
Whoa.
New York recently. So,
City lights.
so as a New Yorker, what do you think about this?
It has a New York feeling, very busy city, and like all these lights, all these like interesting things going on.
Yeah, a lot.
So yeah, I like how you take some elements of the like some types and like the line to like play with the texture too. That's cool. Century Gothic, New York.
Yeah, it seems like this
That's
is... Sorry, go ahead.
Like a building, right?
So I think Century Gothic is the typeface.
Yeah.
And this seems almost like an illustration that is showing off this specific
Yeah.
typeface, which is cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I actually want to go over to this blog post about the monotype fonts, and they do something similar in here where they're kind of making illustrations about typefaces, showing them like in their context.
Yeah.
And I think, Jose, you do a nice job of doing this for Century Gothic. Kind of making it into an illustration or design.
Yeah.
So how could you strengthen this, do you think?
I think like I would, because there's a lot going on, I would maybe try to like now go back and clean it up a little bit, see if like there's elements that shouldn't be necessary. Because now, for example, you're repeating Century Gothic 2 times, so
Right.
maybe just with 1 time is fine, and have New York 1 time is also fine. So maybe you should just now go back and like remove some of the elements to make it like a little bit less like overwhelming, maybe,
Yeah.
if that's the word.
Yeah.
But looks good, and it really translates to New York. It's like a very busy and exciting
Yeah.
city.
And also another example of light text on a dark background.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, Jose. All right, on to Chris. Freedom over power. Literally a bald eagle over power lines. Nice.
Careful, don't get electrocuted.
Yeah, don't be careful, Mr. Eagle. You will not be safe.
Yeah, I like the color palette of these.
That's really cool.
I think the 2 types could like, you could find a type for overpower that matches better freedom.
Yeah.
If you see like overpower is like way taller than
Yeah.
the
it's like-
type of freedom. So maybe you should find like a little bit more square or not so long,
Yeah.
but looks good.
Yeah.
And the illustration is cool, the collage.
Right.
Texture.
It almost seems like these are like old film photos that were
Yeah.
hand painted. And I love these little details of these super thin power lines.
Yeah.
And maybe they could like be going over the D and under the D.
That's
and,
a really good idea.
yeah, have it kind of intertwined. Nice. And Chris, nice job. Alrighty, on to Osama. This is for Coachella.
Ha.
Get your tickets and don't miss this incredible experience.
Cool.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
You missed the K.
Oopsies. That's funny though.
Here I would do the same thing as I said before, treat elements as blocks. So maybe like get your ticket, miss blah, 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 don't miss this incredible experience. Make it like more of a block, so I would reduce the line height of it. And maybe just bring down don't and bring down incredible experience, so you don't have experience by itself.
Yeah.
Experience is pretty a long word, so it's kind of okay if it falls into like one like line itself, but maybe just play with that.
Super moody though, so nice job on that. And then I
It's
noticed
like a techno poster.
Yeah, I noticed these social media icons, but no social media handles.
Oh yeah.
So since this is not interactive, it's important to have that info there.
Yep.
As well. Okay, so we have 5 more, and we only have a couple minutes, so let's go.
Fast.
Quick.
Okay.
Yes. Enjoy freedom, beautiful
tropical.
beaches. Yeah, let's just make like one good point about these.
Okay.
No pressure.
I don't know what's the best point I can make of this. I like the texture acting as a shade. Maybe the palm tree should be like a shade thing more than like a light color.
Oh, so darker.
Yeah, to me it looks like if it was a shade, it's kind of like washed out a little. So maybe that, and maybe it would help also read freedom better.
That's true. Yeah, and I really enjoy how crisp and clean this is.
Yeah.
But then this drop shadow, it feels like a little different. Like the style's a little different. So we would try to make those 2 assets cohesive. We've got Palma again from Ashi.
Yes.
Cool. So it has this cool gradient from the bottom. Might be hanging in their store. What do you think about the hierarchy here?
Oh, the hierarchy looks quite fine. Maybe I would use the cold color for the gradient.
Oh yeah.
So it unifies it a little bit.
Yeah, you think about a poster and why you might use a white gradient. It seems a little, I don't know, you could add more color if you use the gold. Nice job, Ashi. This is from Michaela. Chocolate. Chocolate is heaven, otherwise it's hell.
It looks yummy.
It does. It's lunchtime.
It's nice and very clean. So yeah, I like it.
Right. I think it says chocolate really big here, and this is more like a copy writing thing, and maybe you don't need to repeat it.
Oh yeah.
Here. Maybe you could kind of tweak the phrase a little bit so that you don't have to repeat the main element another time, but this is so simple and clean.
Yeah. I like how clean it is.
Yeah, it's like very divine. This could be like a food commercial, Devil's Food Cake or something. All right, this is by Christoph, Desert Drafts.
Cool. I feel like the background should feel a little bit more west side, no? Or like, because it's a skull and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, it feels kind of like a bandana print to me.
Yes.
So maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But this
Sometimes
texture is
I'm
cool.
No, I like it, and I like the texture. Oops.
Yeah.
So good job.
What do you think about the readability down here?
Yeah, maybe it should be like a little thicker so you can read it better. And the same color, I wouldn't be afraid of using this dark gray.
Yeah, but I think this is pretty nice.
Brown. Yeah.
Good textures. All right, one more from Malik.
Ooh,
Sun and Moon. Maybe.
amazing. It's very mystic.
It's super mystic. It's almost like they use the blend tool. Malik, is that what you use?
That's a fun tool to use.
It's awesome.
Yep. I like the ant is a sun, kind of, or like.
I really love how smooth this blend is, and then this one's kind of more stepped.
Yeah.
So maybe like choose one or the other. Yeah, but this is very simple, has a simple message, and once again, light text on a dark background, super readable.
Yep.
Yeah, nice job. So that is all the submissions for this segment. You all exceeded our expectations of 15 submissions, and they're all high quality.
Yeah, thanks so much for submitting. They look awesome.
Great job. And if you are still working or your submission wasn't shown, we've got Puya and Christine coming up next. We have like 2 minutes left, so maybe we can super quickly go over what you did today.
Yeah.
What you're going to do tomorrow.
I basically cleaned up a little bit some of the designs from yesterday. Decided, finally committed to one typography. I set up an extra master page because I am planning to have some solid colors on some pages, so I want the pagination to be readable.
I love that yellow.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna add on some more spreads because I need definitely more artists going on in
more.
here. I have more. And finish up a little bit the timeline and finish up the cover. And I feel like the cover I'm gonna keep it really simple, just typographic. And I'm planning to just list all the designers in the same kind of like type size and the magazine or fanzine name at the bottom, same type size, but maybe changing the typography. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I have to decide on a color for it.
And maybe chat can help with that tomorrow. So make sure you stick around, come back tomorrow, same time, same place for the rest of Marta's streams. But don't go anywhere. We've got Puya and Christine coming up in just 5 minutes. So grab some water and we will see you in a bit. See you.
Bye.